Welcome to the premiere of Omaha Unsupervised. I'm your host, Austin Dunham, and I'm excited to be here to share this with you, to have fun. Really, I mean it. It's the first episode, so if you're expecting me to have it all figured out, let me clarify. I don't! Normally, this part of the show will be a comedic monologue. A few minutes of jokes and commentary focused on local news to get things rolling, as smooth as streetcar construction. Tonight, that's not exactly what we're doing. Tonight, I wanted to take this time to express my gratitude. So thank you to everyone supporting the show. Whether you liked, shared, or just told someone, "Can you believe this guy I went to high school with spent his money to get a degree in comedy writing?" You've officially earned a higher salary. Regardless of my compounding student loan interest and where you are watching from, at home, on TV, online, or in the studio tonight, thank you. A special thanks goes to my friend David, who told me about KPAO Studio. Without that tip, this show would still be me yelling into my camera at my computer desk. And to Mike and the team at KPAO, thank you for keeping me on track and proving that public access isn't just a channel. It's also a Twitch live stream, a YouTube channel, and a Facebook page, with awesome people leading the way. If you haven't already, give KPAO a follow on their socials to stay up to date with everything they're doing here. They're producing a ton of incredible content. The kind of stuff that makes you think, wow, I should sponsor Austin's show. I wonder if he has a pitch deck for sponsors. It also might make you think, damn, that shameless plug was smooth. To my family, you don't have to cry anymore. I'm using my degree. Seriously though, thank you for encouraging me and fostering my love for performing. And one more time to everyone watching out there. You really know how to make the host of a public access live talk show feel special. I couldn't have done this without your support. So, what's this show going to be? Every episode starts with a monologue from me. I'll introduce my guests for the evening. After they do their thing, we'll sit down for an interview. We're going to highlight local talent, celebrate the people making things happen here in this community, and occasionally feature special guests from outside the area. Each person, someone I think deserves your attention. And while the show has structure, I want to keep it lively. You'll see performances, videos, and segments designed to make sure every episode feels fresh, entertaining, and worth your time. At the end of the day, Omaha Unsupervised is about connection, creating and giving talented people a place to be seen. And if nothing else, it's about giving you a reason to sit back, relax, and watch something new that's happening here, right here in Omaha. Thank you for being here, for supporting this project, and for joining me on this journey. Welcome to Omaha Unsupervised. Let's get started. His work has been featured on NBC's Suits LA, BET's The Hospital, Dropout TV's Make Some Noise, NBC's Late Night Writers Workshop, The Tamron Hall Show, boasting 2.6 million followers online. Welcome to the show, Omaha native Cameron Logsdon.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. Hey, keep it going for Austin, everybody. We got it started. We love it. Congratulations on the show. This is good. It's good to be here. It's good to do things in a different format or to be out and about and be live. You guys agree with that, right? I'm so sick of being on my phone. I don't know how you all feel. I'm so sick of being on my phone. I was scrolling the other day. I saw a video. I couldn't tell if it was AI or not. And like it's getting too real, you know? Like I was looking at it, you know, it was this video of Michael Jackson stealing some chicken nuggets. I logged off. I said I can't do it. I threw my phone right into the Missouri. I can't do it anymore. My wife and I are trying to do more nature stuff, you know, like we started going hiking. Do y'all know about outside? Yeah, okay. So we've been trying to go hiking more. I didn't know how I'd feel about hiking. You know, it wasn't always necessarily my thing, but once I figured out like how to do it, like the point of it, I got into it, you know. Like if you've never been hiking, the goal is basically just to walk 8 hours in one direction, take a picture with your phone, and then walk back. That's kind of the whole point of it. And along the way, you'll get like, you know, the whole point, I'm being dishonest. The whole point really is that you're supposed to be like taking in the sights, enjoying things, seeing scenery and nature and all this wonder. And it's supposed to be like this magical experience. But along the hike, you will get hike spoilers, okay? Hike spoilers are when somebody comes around a bend and they're coming from ahead of the trail and they come around that corner and they look at you and now they're going to spoil what you're about to see. And they're always out of breath when they do it. Like talking to them is like talking to Mark Wahlberg. They come out there like, hey, you guys are doing really good. There's a big moose right over there. You know, you're going to love it. Like they're ruining the hike for everybody. We were on a hike, my wife and I, and this one lady stops us. And she goes, oh my God, you two would make such cute babies. And like I didn't really know what that meant, you know? Like I didn't mean if she meant like if we made a baby, that it would be cute. Or like if we shrunk down real small, you know, that she would spot us like a Hansel and Gretel situation. Like I just didn't like the way she was rubbing her hands together when she said it. Like that was weird. I didn't she have to do that part. That's weird. It's weird to comment on people in that way. Like, you know, to just say things like, oh, you guys would make cute babies. You never say the opposite. Like out loud, you know. You wait till you're in the car on the way home, you know. But I don't know. I think it's strange for anybody to comment on millennials and whether they will or won't have kids. It's insane. Have you seen millennials? They're not ready to be grandparents. They still walk around in Pokemon t-shirts and stuff like that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I just think it's insane to run up to two people who could barely keep a phone charged enough to play Pokemon Go and be like, hey, spend $100,000. Like, that's an insane thing to do. But what do I know, you know? The world is changing. There's all these billionaires and stuff now. In a lot of ways, I feel the same way about billionaires that I do about aliens, right? Like, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't like knowing that they're out there. And that they could just do whatever they want, you know? Like, I don't know. I want to go to Mars. I want to be in the White House, you know? Yeah. I want to test the limits of human ketamine consumption. Like they're just doing all these experiments on us. And celebrities, I know celebrities are just trying to keep up because the billionaire bar gets raised higher and higher, and all celebrities want to do so bad nowadays is be billionaires. Did you see that Kylie Jenner lied about being a billionaire? Did y'all see this? Kylie Jenner lied about being a billionaire. They flubbed the numbers, and I get it. It's probably social pressure, you know? I understand social pressure. I used to have to cover up the fourth stripe on my Fadidas, okay? I'm saying, I just know it's a lot of pressure. And now now they're trying to take advantage of us because what celebrities do is they turn around and they try to sell us a bunch of stuff that you know they don't use, you know? Like I just saw that The Rock sells shampoo. It's at Target. You could go and look, it's not weird that like The Rock sells shampoo cuz like everybody needs shampoo. I'm sure you got moss on the pebbles or whatever it is. And like he's bald, you know? He's so bald he makes a bald eagle look like an eagle, right? Like like The Rock is the only celebrity whose most famous haircut is a single eyebrow. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like all right, this is going to be too weird. If this is too weird, Austin, you don't have to invite me back. I don't know if this makes sense. To me, The Rock's whole body like looks like it's made up of different bald heads. Does that... You ever like see him in a polo? Like he's just trying to get out at all angles. But the weird part isn't that he sells shampoo. The weird part is that I'm supposed to believe that The Rock would ever step foot in a Target, okay? You're never gonna be like late for some kid's birthday party on a Saturday morning, running to get a last minute gift and see The Rock right next to you doing the same thing, holding up a little t-shirt like, you know, I was looking for something in like a 2T or a 3T. Well, it's funny actually, it's a gift. It's for my good friend Kevin Hart. Like he's never gonna do. All right, everybody, I'm Cameron Logsdon. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. This has been a blast. This is great. Very cool.
Amazing, Cameron. Come on, take
Oh, yeah. Oh. I got invited.
Cameron, Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you. You messaged me right away. I asked you, I said, Cameron, will you be my first guest? Please be my first guest. And you said, in. And I actually read that message, and I was like, I didn't even register it. I was like, okay, I got to tell him the location. You asked for the location. And I was like, oh, man. So I was going to text you the next day. I was like, is he in? And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and I'm excited. You're doing great. You're awesome. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Yeah, this is fun. And this is really cool. I think that, our city needs more stuff like this. And truthfully, like I was saying, everybody's on their phones and stuff now. It's cool to see people doing things that take community to build. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole group of people here that are working, and it's cool that they're working with you. I think that's awesome. That's way better than, say, a dude talking to his phone in 100 different voices all by himself. That can't be good for a person,
But people love it.
I don't know.
Well, Cameron, Halloween's right around the corner.
Yeah.
And in the spirit of tricking and treating,
okay.
I know that you're a big ice cream fan.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I had to ask,
yeah,
what is your favorite candy topping? Do you do candy toppings?
I don't know that I do candy toppings, but I love when an ice cream has a good candy mix in.
Okay.
Right? Like a candy topping, I might be messing with some artist's work.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna put ketchup on a sushi roll or some steak or what. I don't know what people put ketchup on. I'm just saying, I don't know that I'm not a big topping person, but if it's been worked in, I want Oreos. I want to go. I want to try your cookies and cream. I want to try whatever your Oreo take is. I want that.
Do you have a favorite ice cream place here in Omaha?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
Is it?
Because I'll tell you what. I worked at an ice cream shop for 6 years.
Okay.
So my go-to.
Which one?
My go-to is Doozy's in Council Bluffs.
Oh, all
so
right.
That's where I worked. I was there, man. I was in it, scooping.
Okay.
I was mixing. I was making.
Okay.
So if you've got a challenger to Doozy's, because they legally can't call it ice cream if it's not above a certain percent of milk fat.
Okay. Nothing on Doozy's.
It's okay.
This is the first I've heard of it.
That's okay.
You could be making it up.
I could be.
You could be making. As far as I know,
not.
this could be a dupe, and I could be getting got.
It's all right.
This side of the river. Let me
Okay.
say that. This side of the river, Coneflower Creamery.
Coneflower.
Coneflower Creamery, undisputed champion. It's not even close.
Actually, I asked you that, but I think I know that. I think, where were we? Omaha Comedy Fest,
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
I think I remember you herding a bunch of comedians into your car to go get ice cream.
I did do that. I do remember that. Yeah. I think that there was a bunch of comics here, and somebody asked the same question, what's the best ice? I said, it's Coneflower, and we're all going right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
That's all. Fun.
I think I remember the picture. We took a photo on the stairs or something, maybe. All the comics. Were you there?
I wasn't there, but I think I was around for that. And
yeah. Then we got to go.
We got to go. Yeah, I know. And I have to take you to Doozy's. Have you ever been to the Blue Bunny Factory?
No, I've never been to the Blue Bunny Factory. I don't want to know about factories.
No, okay.
I want to know about factories, but if I see food come out of a factory, I want to eat it so much less. If it's like being scooped by a person, and I feel like it was made there, then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah.
But if I see it coming out of some Willy Wonka vats,
yeah.
I'm just gonna feel icky about it. I don't know. It'll feel very. I don't know. Is factorial? That's a math term. That's not a factory term. But
Yeah, it feels right. It feels right.
Yeah. So don't ever mention that to me again.
I
or
won't.
I won't come
never.
back.
I will never.
Okay. No.
Well, now, because we've got the treat out of the way.
Okay.
I had to ask this. No. Have you ever seen anything paranormal? Have you ever had a paranormal experience? We're getting into the spooky season. Sun's starting to set earlier. It's getting dark out. Have you ever seen a ghost?
I don't know that I've ever seen a ghost, but I've heard a ghost.
You've heard a ghost?
Yeah, I heard a ghost.
And could you do a ghost impression for me?
I could never. No person should ever have to hear a ghost. Let me tell you, it was in the 7th grade. My mom and I had just moved into, we were in between houses, so we were staying with my friend. And my friend, they kind of fashioned a room for me. It was down the hall from his grandma. His grandma had immigrated here to the United States from Germany, okay? And she, and her husband, also immigrated, and they would talk to each other at night, and I didn't have a door. I just had like a little blanket that hung on the wall because we were just temporarily there. We're in between places. And down the hall, she would just start laughing, and then you just hear like some German. And it was freaky. It was real freaky for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean?
I could
Like
imagine.
as a whole, I was just like, oh no, I don't like that vibe. And so I just gave them their space. I was like, hey, look, people, love is love is love. It lasts a lifetime and longer if you're in the best situation. So let me not interrupt, but also I'm staying under these covers,
That's all right.
Yeah.
That is all right. It can get scary, People, as a kid, people don't know the sounds and your unfamiliar place,
Yeah.
I was afraid of the dark forever.
For real?
For real.
Are you still
yeah.
afraid of the dark?
I'm not anymore. I mean, I could be if I'm
Lights
out.
are pretty bright.
These lights are pretty bright.
Personal request?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. You
All
got me,
right.
Cameron. You got
All
me.
right. All right.
So, last off, because you're a performer, because you do a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And congratulations, by the way, BET picked up The Hospital,
Yeah.
which was awesome. Where was that before it was on BET?
So that was produced by Kev on Stage, who's huge online and stuff, and he's done an amazing job of like making all of his own content and creating his own studio and doing all this stuff. And so we originally made it with Kev, and then he shopped it around and was able to land it at BET. It's the second project he's had land there that has been self-produced and self-funded. So, wherever you start, it's always good to know that there's a great ceiling. So that's where it started,
That's
and
awesome.
it was cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
That is super cool. And you were on Dropout as well.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. Actually, we have a clip of Cameron on Dropout. We have a clip.
Oh, you have a clip? Okay.
We have a clip.
Where's theirs?
We'll see.
Oh, we watch it here? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Cameron, Sam. The Joker tells us how he got this tuna salad recipe.
Well, here's the deal. When you go down to the deli, you're gonna ask for a man. He's not gonna be in the counter, he's gonna be in the back. I want you to go back there slowly, and you tap on the door, just a little rap, tap, tap. And when you get in there, you shake him by the collar. And once you get him, you say, I want the tuna salad. And he'll give it to you. And then you consume it. Oh.
Wow. So
Captivating.
good.
that's too scary for me.
Yeah.
So you were doing your Heath Ledger impression. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Before you get on set, do you have a pre-show ritual? Before you get on stage, to get into the mindset of these characters, you're doing a lot of impressions.
Yeah.
What do you have a ritual? I know a lot of performers do.
Just in general, or before doing that one?
Well,
I don't
just in
really.
general.
I wish I had a better ritual. A lot of times, what I do is just like triple check that my phone is on airplane mode. That's like, I don't know but that's like the most I have for a ritual. I feel like if I did have something that grounded me, I might be a little bit. Maybe I'd just talk in the one voice, but here we are, me just all over the place, and so,
That's all right. So, how many voices how many impressions do you currently do? Because I've seen some that I hadn't seen before. I was doing some research for the show, and I was like, oh, you've got a whole repertoire, pulling out things that I had not seen. Oh man, I can't remember her name. Oh, I'm gonna do an impression, but I'm terrible.
No, let's do it. You do the impression, I'll guess who it is.
Hot dogs. Oh.
Owen Wilson.
No.
They're close. That's Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer
Yes.
Coolidge.
Thank you. There.
Yeah.
And
Oh, gosh. Oh, and Jennifer Coolidge will say, wow.
And then Owen Wilson is very close with a wow. They're very, but they're close. They're close.
So that actually is great because you just did a morphing video.
Yeah.
You went from went all the way to Owen Wilson, and McConaughey to Owen Wilson, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And it was so interesting, the physicality that you take, and even in the video from Dropout, Heath Ledger's Joker, I saw a comment in there. It's like, oh, that tongue flick right at the beginning got me. Like, is the physicality the extra step that that it takes to get there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the extra step, but it's definitely like the extra layer. Like I think like all things, like every impression gets better the more you figure something out, you know, like sure you have a deep voice, but can you add like a rasp to it? Can you add an accent to it? Okay, now you've got a Jason Statham. And then you think about like what else goes into that. And part of it is like to get the cadence or to get the whatever, like you start to make the face. Like if I were to do the Jason Statham, like, you know, I would definitely lower the voice for starters, and then I would add a little bit of a rasp, and then I would add a bit of an accent, and then I would probably try to pull it up just a bit, right there. And then we had it. And then what happens is I start making the face, and then I start getting the attitude. And that is when you don't want to cross me. So like it comes together,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
all like just different layers that,
Right.
that go one on top of the other.
So you've obviously got the skill that you worked on. Was this a talent? Right? When did you learn that you could do this? Because I feel like a lot of people get talent and skill. Like you can have a knack for something, but you're putting in a lot of work to do these voices.
Yeah.
So what is that for you? What's that look like?
I mean, it was always probably, yeah, like a talent. Like it was something I just kind of had a knack for when I was a kid, for sure. And then I would say like it's just slowly become something I did more and more often. Like it used to be like, oh, just like quoting a movie to my friends or family. And then like it became my friends be like, oh, do this one, do this one. So I would do it for my friends. And then I started performing, and when I started doing stand-up, it was kind of like it was like what I had, you know, like
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, you learn so much when you do stand-up about joke writing and all this other stuff. But I had voices, so I started kind of doing them there. Then I wanted to get away from them on stage, so I started doing more just straight jokes on stage. And then I started doing them on the internet. And so I first started making some YouTube videos a long time ago, and they're fun and they're cool. I was like, oh, this might be the place for them. Like it's weird to just do impressions like all the time in the middle of conversation. Like it would be a lot, you know? But I was like, oh, the internet, like YouTube is a perfect spot for this. And then YouTube became Vine, became Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. And then it's just, the skill part is just through lots of repetition, which originally just started as something I did for fun, and then like people thought I was good at it, and then I started having a lot of fun with it. And then I found it as like a good way to, like, it was like a sneaky way to do jokes that I wanted to do, or tell stories I wanted to tell, or poke at stuff that I wanted to poke at, but in a way that was like, oh, let me start by tasting the sample, and then maybe we go deeper from there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you think this is something you're a master at, or are you still working to master this skill? Because I'll tell you from an outside perspective, I can barely do Kermit the Frog. I'm like, Kermit the Frog here. Like that's barely.
Kermit the Frog here. It's actually pretty good what you
Pretty-
had.
pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. You know, I think the one thing for Kermit is he's actually a lot more mellow than people give him credit for. So
Yeah,
that's
I
one
think-
thing to consider.
I
but I'd
think
say
he
pretty
is.
good.
I think he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it's difficult. It puts a strain on your voice, and you know, do you think mastery is something that you want to achieve? Like, do you have a number of voices you want to, or impressions you want to do, or you just pick one up here and there? Or
No, I don't think so. And you know, I think that there's like a lot of people that I think are really good at this thing. There are a lot of people who are, it's just like anything, like, you know, it's just like any kind of skill or talent that you have. There's so many different people that are going to be great at it in their own unique ways. And there are some people that like, no, okay, I can do this 100, I could do these 150, or I could do these 20 or whatever. And I've never really sat down to count it. I mean, the closest I got, I was probably, you know, it's a high number, but I would say that what happens more often than not is, especially when performing, is I try to find impressions, or I get hooked on impressions that like I know people will recognize because they're more fun that way. Like it's hard, the celebrity culture that exists now is so different than the celebrity culture that we all grew up with. Like there's so many people that are like, have millions and millions of followers online, but you've never heard of. And I, like, my kid tells me this stuff all the day. Like I'm like, I don't know who that is. I've never seen that person. He's like, this person's got 20 billion followers. Like, how would I know? You know what I mean? Like I know Arnold Schwarzenegger and that's it. Like that's, but I do think that like celebrity culture has changed, and so I pick people that I know like lots of generations have seen or had fun with, because I do think that helps like more people enjoy the joke. So I feel like I end up doing people that are common, but then I also will do people that like get stuck in my head. Like for whatever reason, I really wanted to do a Lin-Manuel for a long time, and now he's one of my favorite people to do.
Awesome.
And
Love that impression.
thank you. I would say that he's not like the most popular person in terms of the people that are out there, but he's extremely popular for the people that know him, and extremely popular for like a huge part of the world. And on the flip side, like the Mark Wahlberg crowd doesn't always overlap with the Lin-Manuel Miranda crowd, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But what I would say is they're both fun for me, and they're, you know, they're parts of culture that I think like we can all laugh at and enjoy. And so, you know, I try to do as many people I can, but sometimes I'll do one for a while and then I forget I could do it, and then I'll forget how to do it, and somebody will ask and I'll be like, oh snap, I don't know, I haven't done. You know,
Is that a common occurrence? Do you get recognized in the street? I mean, you've got 2.6 million followers across platforms. Are you getting stopped?
Yeah, more and more people stop. I think especially when I have like big projects, I think people fail to realize how big traditional media still is, and even like traditional media, like Dropout, which is a network and a group of people putting stuff together, but that's still significantly bigger than any one person trying to do things on their own. But more and more people will stop me and they'll be like, oh, I saw you on Dropout, or I follow you, or I saw you on thing, and that's very cool. But I feel like despite what people would think, people don't usually ask that much.
No, they don't.
I think that like we've gotten better as a society at like recognizing that cameras are always on, and people that they're always on, and we don't want to be on, and we're hopefully recognizing that other people don't want to be on. And so I do feel like people are like more chill about it, but I know that like if it were the 90s or something, you wouldn't be able to stop, you know, Jim Carrey or whoever, they'd be like, you know, whatever, or Dana Carvey and all these things. But it's very different, I think, for this era.
Well, Cameron, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. This has been absolutely wonderful. Can you give me an Owen Wilson wow one more time?
Oh yeah, all right, here we go. This is gonna be our best Owen Wilson wow. All right, everybody try and do it with me. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow. All right, that was really good.
Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you so much for being here for the premiere of Omaha Unsupervised. This has been amazing. I'm so glad. Check us out the next third Thursday of November. We're bringing Matt Geiler to the studio. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. Thanks for checking us out. See you later, guys.